day to you, my super sexy storage friends. It is Friday morning. What? It's Friday. Right. Honestly, I said to myself, don't be a geek, don't be a geek, don't be a geek. And then, woohoo, geek. Right. I was listening to Self-Storage Income a couple of weeks ago. It was been a couple of weeks ago by now, yes. And somebody was on there who said something so profound. I loved it. It was great. It was Mike, the CEO of Storage Mart. And by the way, go and check out that episode. He comes across as such a nice, knowledgeable guy. But one of the things that he said, because in America, as you know, I'm in a mastermind in America about self-storage, love listening and learning. And in America now, it's all about location, 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 location. I'm going to add one more in for good luck. Location. And in the UK, it's not about that at a minute. Nobody's talking, or very few people are talking about that. But I bang this drum all the time because I am so confident that in 10 years, it will be about location. I see people opening new sites all the time on LinkedIn and the back and beyond. I'm thinking, yeah, it will fill up. It'll do good. But will it stand the test of time? Because in America now, the most valuable sites are at high visibility, high traffic roads. And the rest of them, yes, they've still got a marketplace, but they've got to be a lot cheaper because people will pay more for convenience. And so I'm just a bit concerned. And he says something so clever. And I 100% believe it. It's 100% true for us in this area, for us in the UK, but we're just not there yet. Because self-storage, I keep saying you can be an F operator and still get B, C, A results. And the problem is that people aren't thinking about location enough. From what I can see, they're not thinking about location enough. And yes, it will. If you're only in it for short term and you want to get in, get out and check it all about and get your money and go, it doesn't really matter. But if you're building something for long term and for sale and you want it to be valuable, to the big boys, get the most bang for your buck, the investment funds, etc., then it has to have a good location. You have a look at all the big boys, the Storage Kings, the Safe Stores, the Show Guards, the Big Yellows. They've all got great locations, not just good locations. They've got fucking fantastic locations. And Mike, the CEO of Storage Mart, said, if you can smell McDonald's and see Walmart, it's always going to be successful. Because it was talking about, are you worried about self-storage now? What's happening in the industry? The occupancy's gone down. Are you developing? Are you building from the ground? He said, listen, if you can smell McDonald's and see Walmart, it doesn't really matter what happened in the economy. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. You will always be successful. I'm like, fucking hell, that is so true. And for the equivalent here would be smell McDonald's and see a supermarket, I think. And I look at my Willoughby site. Can I smell a McDonald's? Yeah, I can throw a stone to it. Can I see a supermarket? Yes, I can throw a stone to it. So it's going to be successful. I look at my Warncliffe Road. Can I smell a McDonald's? No, I can't actually. It's not too far away, but there's a Greg's next to me. It's not literally smell a McDonald's and see a supermarket. It's not literally, but there's a Greg's, there's a Costa, there's a Starbucks, there's big retail outlets. And so it ticks the box. Beverley, not really. It's just off the main road in Beverley. It's not quite the A-star location, but give me a break. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just set up there, lucky. And as it happens, it's perfect. It's perfect for us there. It's good. Can someone out-position us? Yeah, but it'll cost a lot of money and probably not a container site. Wrexham, can you smell McDonald's? No. Is it on a retail park? No. But I bought an existing business and I bought it for £9 per square foot and delayed payments as well. So it's a good cash flowing deal. It's on the main industrial road. It's very, very high visibility, but it's not. If I was starting it again, it's not where I would choose to be. And by the way, I don't think many sites, apart from the big boys are probably swallowing most of them up, a lot of them up. So if you're acquiring sites, I think your criteria is slightly different because I want to start acquiring more sites, and looking at acquiring more sites, it means that they're not going to be in A locations, A-star locations, but I'd want them to be in B locations at least so they can stand the test of time. But don't forget, they don't have to go through that grueling fill-up stage. They've already gone through the fill-up stage, and so you've already got your customers. And so once you've already got your customers, then you're more stable. And so you don't need to go through that aggressive lease-up period. So with acquisitions, yes, of course, I'd rather buy an A-star location, but I will drop to a B or Anyway, I can't say who did, but someone rated the site in Mansfield. I think he rated it as a B or a 4 out of 5. And I was like, 4 out of 5. You what? It's 45. Anyway, so I do want to keep banging this drum because I think it's so, so important. Location, location, location. And if you are setting up, then just have it in mind. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it won't work anywhere because there's so many container sites that are doing incredibly well. There's these farms that are turning in self-storage that are doing incredibly well. And that may and probably will do well 10 years from now. But I'm always looking at ways, as Gary Vee says, ways that you can put yourself out of business. How can you put yourself out of business? And location is certainly one of them. I'm not saying it definitely will happen, but I'm saying you're more vulnerable in a low-key location. So that's for me. It's just a message. If you can smell McDonald's and see Walmart, it's always going to be successful. So obviously you're paying more for that. You're paying more rent. You're paying more for the land. If you're buying the land, whatever it is, you are going to pay more for it. However, you have got longevity there, and you will be able to charge more. Right, that is it. There's a site that I'm thinking about right now that is in a great location. There's going to be a McDonald's opening up next door, and there's a Starbucks. There's everything around it. It is wonderful, brilliant location. And I need to I've been dealing with this guy for 2.5 years now, and we've not broken ground yet. But he said he won't deal with anybody else. So hopefully I've got it in the bag because we've had meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings. And I even said, listen, if you want to do self-storage yourself, I'll even help you out. Stupid idiot. What a wally. Right, guys, that is my Friday episode. And have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, the sun is going to be hopefully coming out. I say this on Wednesday when the sun's out. So hopefully it's a sunny weekend, bank holiday weekend. But I will still have a podcast on Monday, on Bank Holiday Monday. And we're going to Beverly Races. Okay, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.